So XRP price glitched over $62,032 per XRP, and crazy enough, there's been reports that transactions did in fact take place at that price. Now what they're not telling you is that the $60,000 price per XRP has been something that has been confirmed by numerous outlets, including Forbes, which predicted XRP would surpass $60,000 in weeks. So was it a glitch or was it a test? Well, throughout our analysis, it seems like the real value of XRP is $60,000, and this was an influx of volume caused by a massive supply shock that we are about to experience again on June 27th, because RealFi, the largest project on the XRP ledger, has officially announced the injection of over $654.39 trillion into the global real estate market onto the XRP ledger. This is a massive step towards having a massive demand onto the XRP ledger. This comes in addition to a massive burn. Again, these are things that they're not telling you. The XRP ledger is about to experience the first and the largest XRP ledger burn, which will remove 20% of phase 1 supply on June 27th at 11:59 p.m. Coupled with the massive demand, this is the primed situation for a massive supply shock that people are speculating will take the price of XRP to over $11,898 before its massive scale breakout towards the Forbes predicted value of $60,000 per XRP. Now, as we talk about the real price of XRP, we partner with Apple to give every single person watching today's video free money. Yes, you're going to get yourself a nice juicy bag of XRP with just 3 simple steps that all take less than 5 minutes. You just have to like the video, subscribe to the channel with your notifications, share this video, and most importantly, you must sign up on Uphold using my link in the description and do a transaction to get yourself up to $100 worth of free money, where you can then buy XRP, Bitcoin, or any other cryptocurrency, and you even have the opportunity to literally withdraw the money in cash and just take it and spend it. So again, it takes less than 5 minutes, and the links will be in the description. $2.07 is the current price of XRP, which shows that it's down 2.72%. But what they're hiding from you is that really in the last year, XRP is up 325%, and in its all-time, XRP is up a whopping 35,000%. And this just alone today, the volume is up over 27.88%. But a breaking news post was released a couple hours ago, and this was through Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse officially predicting the price of Bitcoin. Yes, Brad Garlinghouse said the price of Bitcoin would be over $200,000 by the end of 2025, and hinted that Ripple XRP will replace the SWIFT banking system. Crazy enough, Ripple CEO on a separate occasion was also caught saying that he believes within the next 5 years, XRP will take 14% of the total SWIFT money that is transacting. On his own, thinking of a very, very low number, he decided to basically tell you that XRP will be worth, if we take a look here, over $25.77 per XRP in the next 5 years. Again, not my words, not anybody else's, but the Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse saying that XRP is going to be $25.77 in the next 5 years. But take a look at everything else that's happening. I mean, institutions are injecting $654 trillion onto the XRP ledger, and people are forgetting about that. Guys, let's take this number in mind, and let's do the same math that we did for what Ripple CEO said, which is basically, I'm going to just real quickly do this, tell you what the price would be if $654 trillion actually went into the XRP ledger. And guys, the number is going to be shocking. Take a look at what Grok, which is a chat AI system, has to say about the price of XRP at the price of XRP, with 654 trillion going into its market cap. Well, there's 2 prices: circulating supply and fully diluted supply. Now, obviously, fully diluted supply we don't care about, it means nothing. The circulating supply, meaning that XRP's price when you do the math, will be $11,097.76 per XRP. So people are excited about $14 per XRP or $13 per XRP or even $27 per XRP because the Ripple CEO said 14% of Swift is going to come onto the XRP ledger. Well, institutions on their own will inject over $650 trillion, and it's all being led by the same project that we talked about earlier, RealFi. And this is what's very important. I mean, RealFi announced a date for when this phase is going to begin. They've announced that not only is $654 trillion global real estate market going to come onto the XRP ledger, but also a massive burn. The phase 1 burn is scheduled for June 27th at exactly 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which they will burn. And crazy enough, this is going to happen. They will burn approximately 80% of the total phase 1 supply, starting with 20% on June 27th. Now, take XRP on the side for now. The real token, which is built on the XRP ledger, on its own is going to have millions, if not billions of dollars in transactions. The project on its own is going to boom. The real token is going to hit massive prices. I mean, this thing is currently sitting at 2 cents, which is critical when you think about the amount of money it's going to facilitate. Guys, the real token, if it was to facilitate all the money it plans to, would be worth in the millions of dollars. And again, do not take my word for this. At the end of the day, we talk numbers and we can use any system, any mathematics to prove that is the case. Here it is. If Real Tokens has a 100 million phase 1 supply and 654 trillion go into its market cap, we're talking about $6.5 million per real token, which is currently sitting at 2 cents. And it's mind-blowing, but let's forget about this for a second. You know, maybe it takes Real or RealFi 10 years, 20 years to facilitate the whole 650 trillion. Let's only imagine 1% of the 650 trillion actually go into the real token this year or this month. Then we're looking at $65,000 per real token. This project is literally 2 cents. You guys don't realize the amount of money that is going to be made through the real token. And it has a 8.7 out of 10 BenX score, or BenX overall score. Its BenX score is 100%. Its KYC score is 100%. Total holders are low risk. And you can see that this project is very early just by looking at the amount of holders here. There's only about 1,177 holders. So people don't know about this project. I mean, it's not listed on centralized exchanges. They've only got some XRP ledger dexes. Imagine once this thing goes mainstream, which it will go mainstream. Imagine once it goes mainstream, the actual price per real token. Guys, we are telling you this because it coincides perfectly with XRP and the XRP ledger, but also because on the Crypto Geek channel, we talk about what's going to be the most profitable and what is really the future of utility projects in crypto. And so anything that can make us money like XRP, we talk about in the channel. And Real Token is one that must be looked upon because it is actually one of those that fit every checkbox for utility payment project that's going to revolutionize the space, going to inject $600 trillion into it and the XRP ledger. And as a result, because we're very early, going to make generational wealth off of it. Guys, you also can see that this thing has massive support levels. I mean, people are really trying to defend and buy into the real token. They have already preset orders to buy hundreds of thousands of this project, of the tokens. There's tens of thousands of XRP literally in the buy order book, meaning, in my opinion, again, I'm going to pack myself a nice bag. But in my opinion, I mean, that's a solid level right there. But all of this reminded me of one extremely important remarks that was made by Ripple's co-founder and the XRP founder Arthur Pichu, which is XRP is designed for $10,000 and must be scalable to accommodate 7.5 billion people, meaning global scalability. And this is exactly what we're seeing right now. It doesn't need to be CBDCs, even though CBDCs are being onboarded onto the XRP ledger, but institutions are making the XRP ledger globally scalable. And $10,000 per XRP only means that if, you know, a massive project like RealFi tokenizes $650 trillion, not only is RealFi going to be worth millions of dollars per real token, but also the XRP price will be $11,097 like we've done the math and like you guys have literally